Good afternoon and welcome to Dartmouth Memorial Stadium for what is a bittersweet day as we recognize our 10 senior student athletes who are participating in their last regular season girls lacrosse game of their interscholastic careers. At this time, we would like to recognize the graduating seniors from Bishop Stang High School. Isabella Batista. Teal Galligan. Molly Kearney. Julia Pizarski. We will now introduce each Dartmouth graduating student athlete in numerical order. Accompanied by her mom, Janaris, number 0, Arlene Johnson. Accompanied by her parents, Becky and Caesar. Number 2, Gabby Velasquez. Accompanied by her parents, Stephanie and Noble. Number 3, Captain Mackay Vincent. Accompanied by her brothers, Evan and Will. Number 4, Sarah Kelly. Accompanied by her mom, Mary Ann. Number 5, Lauren Kelly. Accompanied by her mother, Lisa. Number 6, Madison Goldizin. Accompanied by her parents, Jill and Dan. Number 9, Kayla McGee. Accompanied by her mother, Tara, and puppy, Millie. Number 18, Captain Callie Rose. That is a cute dog. Accompanied by her parents, Julie and Tim. Number 22, Izzy Sequin. Accompanied by her parents, Liz and Joe. Number 24, Captain Grace Haskell. We'd like to thank these ladies for their time, effort, and commitment you have placed into your athletic careers, and we wish you the best of luck in all future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 graduating seniors of Dartmouth High School.
Hello and welcome to Memorial Field here in Dartmouth, Massachusetts. A great way to wrap up the regular season of high school sports and the start of Memorial Day weekend. Two schools right down the street from each other, from right here in town. Bishop Stang and the Dartmouth Indians for girls lacrosse. Evan Massoud with you here live on DCTV. A beautiful, beautiful day. Oh, I guess we're not doing intros today. We're going right to the national anthem, so hold that thought as we take you down to field level.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Senior captain Callie Rose with the national anthem. Outstanding job here on senior day. You just saw the pregame ceremony as all the graduates-to-be will be walking across the stage just a couple weeks. Honored pregame for their accomplishments, not maybe just this year, but perhaps throughout 4 years of athletics. There are many three-sport athletes up and down these rosters here. Very familiar names that we call out throughout the year. So nice to see that. 10 seniors for Dartmouth High, 4 for Bishop Stang. But I'll tell you that for Dartmouth High especially, I mean, when you're graduating basically half your roster, it's going to be very different next year, that's for sure. Bishop Stang comes in at 7-11, Dartmouth at 13-4. And these two schools just played each other on Wednesday, so kind of a home and home, if you will, to end this regular season. Of course, with 13 wins, Indians already qualifying and into the tournament. So today, a win today would, hopefully help their seeding just a little bit. They're currently number 17 in the D2 bracket, or the power rankings, I should say. Power rankings come out every Tuesday, Friday. So we just got what is the final ones for this week. I'm not sure if we're going to see another set of them before brackets come out, because of games like this today or tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is the cutoff for many sports. And but for Dartmouth at 13-4, a win today would sweep the Spartans and would also, should go to aid them a little bit in their seedings for D2. Stang is in D3. They're number 24. Despite a sub-500 record, strength of schedule comes into play. And the same can be said for Dartmouth's baseball and softball teams and Stang's baseball and softball teams. For the Indians, as they score early here, first minute of the game. Kayla McGee with the goal, uncontested there, came right around in front and just fired. This goal coming at 44 seconds into the game. It was a 13-3 rout on Wednesday when these two schools played each other. So Dartmouth, you could say, heavily favored in this one. It's not like when you see each other, say, game 2 or 3 of the year, and then you have a drought until, say, game 17 of the year. When you're playing back-to-back, you kind of get a sense of where the teams are. And, you know, for Stang, tough start to be down already in the first minute here. Looking at the playoff picture as the Indians already down on the offensive attack here on this reset after goal number 1. Indians baseball is right now number 15 at 11-7. Softball 20th at 10-8. Now Stang on the other side being a lower division as that's a loose ball in front, batted away. Indians have possession again. Stang, Spartans, coming around, took the shot, and it's blocked, and it'll draw a whistle. Stang, being a lower division in an area where there's obviously higher division teams, has helped them because baseball just 8-9 through 17 games, but they're ranked number 8 thanks to that strength of schedule. That's pretty remarkable. Softball right on the bubble of top 32. They are the 32nd seed. They're at 4-12. Just the 4 wins on the year, but again, strength of schedule. So this is part of that, and it's 2-0 Indians. And that looked like Madison Goldazen. We'll see it here on ISO. And it was. She got the pass, stormed in, and just took it. This one at 1:59. Here in the first. And a quick timeout for head coach Allison Cato Galligan and her Spartans. Both teams huddling up off camera here. So the good news for the Spartans, at least for softball here, as I said, being 32nd with only the 4 wins, if they can hold in that 32nd spot, through 18 games, I didn't see any others on the schedule. Some schools do play 20. For example, Durfee is playing 20 games this spring, but here in Dartmouth, both schools at 18 games for the regular season. So softball at 4-12 actually, so they're missing a couple. That's at 16. We'll check their schedule for Stang, that is. But if they can hold on to 32, they'll actually get into the tournament. That's my whole point. Despite the record, they'll get in because of top 32. If they drop a spot, then the sub 500 record is going to eliminate them. So very important for them to hang on to that spot. Let's see. They actually have they played yesterday. No results in yet. So there you go. So they played Case. We know how tough Case can be. They blanked them 10-0 earlier in the year. And then Apponequet is tomorrow morning, their final 18th and final game. They beat Apponequet 2-1 back in April. That was a good game, close game. So Stang softball on the bubble, that's for sure. But in terms of Stang baseball, Dartmouth baseball, and Dartmouth softball, don't see anything drastic happening because they're down to the wire here, and they're in very comfortable position seeding-wise. So lots of playoff teams. That's the bottom line. Lots of playoff teams here in Dartmouth. And I didn't check, was boys lacrosse. I should have done that. Let's pull that up, too. See how Stang is. Stang 12-4 in boys lacrosse. So they will be in the tournament as well. And for Dartmouth, boys lacrosse at 10-5, so they got their 10th win. Still a couple games to go for them. Just the 15 games played. Let's see. It looks like a shorter schedule for the Dartmouth boys. They're playing today on the road at Middleborough. But in terms of seeding, Staying down on the offensive end of the field, the south end of the stadium. Bit of a milestone watch here for the Spartans as number 5, Sydney Plouffe, is 2 goals away from 100 this season. Dartmouth boys lacrosse is at 10-5, so they have an at-large bid. They're 37th, their ranking. But because of the 10 wins, they'll get in at large, whereas the Spartans, they are 13th for boys lacrosse at 12-4. There's your playoff picture quickly down the field here. That's Haskell. Haskell lets it fly, and it goes out of play. Well, it's safe to say Haskell has had an amazing career here as a Dartmouth Indian, number 24. We saw what she can do in field hockey, and here she is here in lacrosse. She has over 200 career goals. She's got over 100 just this season, her senior year alone. A total playmaker, a catalyst, one that affects the game, and she's one that will definitely be missed next year in the sports that she plays. But I'm looking up the lineup here, you know, Velasquez, the Kellys, Ganji, Callie Rose, Avery Smith. I mean, these are names, Kayla McGee. These are names that, you know, we've been saying for the last 4 years in multiple sports. Shot taken, and it's good. 3-0 Dartmouth here in the first. Good pass from Haskell, down low to Goldenzen, who has her second straight goal. This one coming at 4 minutes. Nope, 5 minutes here, just about. 4:49. Down the field, right back to Goldenzen. She enters the arc there, now back out to the point. That's Sarah Kelly. Kelly drives, scores! Sarah Kelly on senior day. Got the pass, end around, weaving through traffic, and a bouncing score right past Baptista. This one at 5:09, just 20 seconds later. And the route is on here. Some of the other games I did earlier this season here on DCTV, some of the Durfee games for conference play, you know, it's always disappointing. I mean, the way that the, you know, conferences don't always line up divisionally, because we always see in those games, and I would go so far as to say the New Bedford matchups against Dartmouth as well, because I've done quite a few of those. They're usually really evenly split, and we see some great regular season action, and then we don't see each other during the playoffs just because of the divisions. You know, Dartmouth, you know, the divisions don't follow the conferences, so you have different level teams, if you will. Haskell blocked, trying so hard. Now she'll get another chance. Trying to get free so she can aim and fire. Comes back around. I heard a whistle. That goal should not count. Came before she fired on net. But to finish the thought, I mean, you know, it's always tough and to have a conference, the Southeast Conference, that is not made up of teams that you would play in the tournament. And again, it's not just, you know, our conference that we see that in. Haskell fires, goes out of play. So, yeah, I would love to have seen, you know, Dartmouth in tournament games, because I think that the matchups are, you know, are favorable. And, you know, maybe that goes so far as to say, you know, some of the big three teams like Durfee, Brockton, New Bedford, not quite true D1s like they used to. And I know that may not go over well, but it's not necessarily, unfactual either, because level of play is just different now. Another goal for the Indians. This one coming here just shy of 7 minutes at 6:43. I'd say Brockton, out of all of the teams in our conference, as that was scooped up and put in there by McGee, her second goal of the game, and it's 5-0. You know, Brockton being so close to the Boston area, their schedule always heavier than the rest of the conference. So you're looking at like true D1. I think they definitely have the upper hand in terms of that. But when you look at, you know, D1 opponents, there's just not a ton of options. The Hockomock League, you know, has a lot of teams you could play, but their league, their conference is so big, they don't get to pick up extra teams. Rarely do they. So it's, you know, they're not looking to fill a schedule. Meanwhile, you have, you know, Durfee, New Bedford, they're playing teams in the South Coast Conference, which is, you know, Fairhaven, Apponequet, Dighton, Rehoboth, Case, Somerset, Berkeley. And those are lower division teams. So it doesn't necessarily help you when you're getting into a D1 tournament bracket. So I don't know. It's tough. You know, I don't know what's the right answer or what's the wrong answer. I don't envy the MIAA and how they have to divvy things up. But the bottom line here is that during the regular season, I see the Durfee-Dartmouth games every year, almost every sport. And we see some tremendous games that I think of, gosh, if they were in the tournament, really would have been a great atmosphere, because obviously the tournament brings more crowd. You know, the tournament usually brings better play, level of play, because everybody's so focused, they want to win, and would love to see that maybe someday. Right along the boundary and stepping out. It's close. Been a long time for me since seeing lacrosse action. This is my first time actually doing a game here on DCTV. I used to cover, we never did a full broadcast down at Fred TV, but when I had first started, first couple of years that I was there, Bishop Conley High School had a boys lacrosse team, and they were tough, let me tell you. They were a really good team, but it's one of those where they had the interest, and those that played wanted to play and had the interest to play. And so they were able to get a program going, and then once those guys graduated, it just completely died out, which is unfortunate. So I did some coverage. This is going back 10 years ago, like spring 2012, 2013, 2014. But it's been a long time since seeing lacrosse. Great sport. I did some college coverage when I interned at Channel 12. When I was in college, went to Bryant University quite a bit. They had a very good lacrosse team. So I remember going there for some highlights between high school sports seasons, because they'd be playing in March when winter sports was wrapping up at the high school level. And always enjoyed it, just never really had the opportunity to do it of late. So nice change of pace. Waiting for the whistle here, set us back in motion. Stang looking for that first goal. Spartans working the perimeter. Shot taken, and it's good. Spartans are on the board here in the final minute and a half or so of the first. That looked like it was Sydney Plouffe, number 5. Let's see. Yes, it was. So that's number 99 on the season for Plouffe, looking for that 100th goal today. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 25 seconds, and it's 5-1. So Stang just has to, play some defense here the final 90 seconds. Good to get on the board. What you don't want to do is allow the Indians a goal here in these final 90, and then you back down by 5, and the momentum shifts right back to Dartmouth as you go into the break. So Stang's got to be careful here. Coming around in front, gonna fire, and there it is. Goal number 6 for Dartmouth. That goal by Kyla Martin, number 8 for Dartmouth. Her first, and it's 6-1. Just what I said, for the Spartans, the last thing you wanted, you finally got on the board. Tough way to start the game, 2 goals in 2 minutes. And unfortunately for them, allowing a goal right back just 30 seconds later, 29 to be specific. 29 seconds later after you score. But again, on Wednesday, it was kind of a lopsided, one-sided affair as well, with Dartmouth being the victor. Good surge down the field for Pluff, guarded by Goldenson. And Pluff into the arc, looking for help. Backtracks now, hands it off. 15 seconds. That's Hopkins. She retreated. 10 seconds. Stang has to take a shot. Doucette with the ball. Now back to Pluff. 5 seconds for number 5. Takes the shot. Good save there by Arlene Johnson. And the first comes to a close. And after 12 minutes, it's Dartmouth 6, Bishop Stang 1. Quick 2-minute break here as the teams go into the timeout. See there on your screen the Indians and Coach Nicole Seamus rallying the troops. Stang will do the same thing. Good time for a water break. 75 degrees here to start this game. All sun, clear skies. A little breezy down on the field, but helps keep it cool. Just a beautiful end of the week. Yesterday was crazy weather. I know there was quite a bit of flooding going on and around. Like we got some really good rain in Fall River. I saw up here in New Bedford, Route 18 was flooded. That's like, saying the grass is green. It always floods under the railroad tracks there coming off of 195. But man, we got slammed in Fall River as well. I was out on a shoot in the morning. And we got back to Durfee High School, and as soon as we got inside, we heard the thunder and looked outside, and it was just like total downpour. I said, wow, we got lucky. Didn't get caught in anything. But we'll take this any day. Of course, it's the Memorial Day Parade here in town on Monday. You'll be able to catch that later in the day on DCTV. We're underway here in the second. Welcome back to the field. Indians and Spartans squaring off for the second time in 2 days. Great way to finish the season. Both teams, based on their power rankings and their seeding numbers, are heading to the state tournament. Brackets will come out after the Memorial Day weekend, and playoffs to start towards the end of next week. Mid to late next week, I should say. Around, I think, Thursday. Thursday is prelims for boys volleyball and I believe the lacrosse programs, if I'm not mistaken. Friday starts prelims for baseball, softball. Of course, here the change of the period or quarter, changing sides as well. So Stang now looking to score on the north end of the field as they do progress the ball up that way. And Dartmouth will be trying to score towards Town Hall. There's only four teams currently, as the seedings are now, looking at Division II for the Indians. Only 4 teams that are currently going to get the at-large bid, but there's 2 other teams sitting with 9 wins, so depending on they have one more game or not. Either way, the Indians sitting at 17, they should have themselves a bye. I don't think there's going to be enough prelim or enough at-large teams that would carry, halfway up the seeding chart here. So looks like 26 to 32 probably will have prelims, a play-in game in Dartmouth here for Lacrosse as they score once again. Should have themselves a bye, and they'll go right into the top, the round of 32. Dartmouth scoring here at 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Make it 7-1. Take a look at the replay here. Haskell in a lot of traffic there. Sidearm slingshot right into the net. And that's Haskell's first today as Dartmouth opens the second with another goal. For Bishop Stang, we were talking about their seeding here. They're at 24. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good chance that based on the 33 and down, quite a few 500 teams. So good chance that Bishop Stang will end up having a prelim game for girls lacrosse. But the Indians should not. They should be able to go right into the round of 32 based on where they're at. And then most likely a road game from there. I do have to say, I wasn't a huge fan of the power rankings at first just because there were a lot of issues when they rolled it out. One thing I do appreciate is that you're seeing official records throughout the year. So it kind of helps, paint that playoff picture a little bit in advance. You can kind of speculate or at least get some idea of where you might be playing, which is nice. Before it was very difficult because you didn't have all the records, lined up in one place. Plouffe looking for number 100, and I believe that's going to be it. It's a good goal. And Spartans, junior Sidney Plouffe, number 5, has hit the century mark. Goal number 100. Congratulations, that's fantastic. This one coming at 3 minutes and 28 seconds. And it's 7-2. And they'll stop the game for a moment to honor Plouffe. There you go, number 100. It's fantastic. Captain Julia Pilzarski coming out to give her the Century Mark banner. Big hugs to Coach. Cool moment. Great to see that. Good pass there down to Pilzarski. Now, almost had it. Does corral it, got it back. Good effort there from Doucette. Thought she was going to lose it and got it back. Doucette passing down low, shot taken. Nice save there by Johnson. I don't think she saw that till the last second. Good sequence there for Bishop Stang, though, passing with some more confidence, taking the shot, quick shot on net. Plouffe takes the shot. Oh, what a great save from Johnson. Hopkins to Pilzarski. Back around the backside to Doucette. Has Kearney in front. Trying to take the shot was Doucette. Stick was batted down and stopped. She'll get it right back from Plouffe. Nice pass there. Crossing route, though, from Kearney. Was not able to turn around and send it back toward the net. Plouffe looking for space. Fires. Bouncer just past the post and out of play. Good few minutes here for the Spartans. Good control, good passing, keeping Dartmouth's defenders on their toes here. Doucette passing down low. I like the idea. It went to Pacheco. Pacheco was kind of right on that left post. Backhanded, kind of off balance there. Weak side slingshot from Pilzarski, not able to get it to go, went out of bounds. Stang will reset again as the clock continues to roll here in the second. It was a slow start, a lot of goals early and often for the Indians. Here in the second, though, just two between the two teams, one for each side. And with the running clock, okay, gaining it. Bouncer is going to go over the goal as Kearney took a step forward and fired. Just a little bit of a late release there. Batted away, and Johnson scoops it. Going to pass it out. And the Indians get it out of the arc in the offensive attack and cross midfield. Haven't been down this way in quite a while. yellow card. And Plouffe will come out. On the back of the goal. Lots of scrambling down inside the arc there. Scooped up. Indians lost it. Picked up there by Doucette. And she'll take everybody down the field. Crossing pattern here. Nice pass. Down to Hopkins, who slows up. Now looking for some space. And it's picked off, intercepted in a way, cut off. Dartmouth will have it, though. Dartmouth back down the field. Golden's in. With possession, passing it off here. Point blank shot right into the stick of Baptista. Great save. Good pass from Plouffe. And the Spartans grab their third. Plouffe gets the assist on the Pelzarski's goal. It's a beautiful pass, spin and fire right over Johnson. This one coming at 10:01 here in the second. And it's 7-3. Plouffe right down the field again, passing to Pelzarski, now to her right. That was going for Doucette. She missed it, luckily getting there first. Taken away. Indians down the field, which is basically now a 3-on-4. They'll slow it down, 90 seconds left in the half. Plouffe saw the Indians were taking their sweet time to get there. She comes all the way back down to get it. and is able to draw the whistle as well. Final minute of this second quarter. Indians back down. Here we go. Haskell directing traffic. She scored the only goal for Dartmouth here in the second. Breaks, takes the shot, and it's good! Haskell with her second. Nice fake to her right, goes left side, and punches it through. At 11:49, it's 8-3. Ball bounces, pops high in the air. Once again, whistle blows. 5 seconds. Time doesn't stop for those whistles, so here we go. Last pass, and that's it for the second. So each side with a pair of goals in quarter number 2. 5-minute break here for halftime. We'll have the third quarter next on DCTV. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, to Dartmouth Memorial Stadium. 12 minutes on the clock, third quarter about to commence. And it's the Indians up by 5, 8-3 the score after one half of play. Dartmouth looking to grab that 14th win, possibly increase, or move up, I should say, and increase their to a better position in the seedings. Lots of goals here in this one so far for Dartmouth. They have three players that are looking for hat tricks as we enter the third quarter. Kayla McGee has 2 goals. Madison Goldenzen has 2 goals. And Haskell picked up 2 goals last quarter, so she's sitting with 2 for the game. And we saw Sydney Pluff from Bishop Stang pick up the first 2 goals for the Spartans, which were number 99 and 100 for her this season. So she's got 2 of her team's 3. Ball loose in front there. Indians not able to hold on to possession. Other goal scorers for Dartmouth, Sarah Kelly with a goal, as well as Kyla Martin. And the last goal that was scored by Bishop Stang was set up by Pluff, getting a pass to her captain, Julia Pilzarski. Now, had it not been for Dartmouth's hot start, 5 goals through half a quarter, you take those away, it's a 3-3 game. But Dartmouth scoring early and often in the opening quarter and building up that lead, so they have a little bit of leeway here. A 5-goal cushion. Sarah Kelly passing it to Haskell, who lost it. Whistle sounds. Shot taken, and Haskell has her 3rd. They set it up perfectly. Aimed and fired. This goal being scored at 2 minutes 38 seconds. And at 9-3, a 6-goal lead for the Indians, the largest margin so far. Coach Seamus telling me that Haskell averaging about 6 goals a game. So with 3, Haskell halfway there. She's got the last 3 goals for the Indians. We're right back on the attack. Goal number 10 of the day. And it's a hat trick for Madison Goldenzen, her 3rd. marched right in and fired from almost the same spot as Haskell. And it's 10-3. Right along the boundary there and out of bounds. Shadows start to creep in. I have to say, I love broadcasting here because there's no track. So you feel very on top of the field, in proximity to what's going on. You know, Cressy Field, same thing over at UMass Dartmouth. Because there's no track, you know, the bleachers basically are right on top of the field. Very different than, you know, most high schools here, for example. You usually will have a track. It's usually a full stadium with, you know, so many different usages. But this is fantastic because gets you that much closer to the action, better sight lines. McGee could not break through a wall of defenders. They get it now to Sarah Kelly. Now back to Kyla Martin. Mackay Vincent. Haskell lost it. Oh, she was primed for number 4 right there. And it was jarred loose. Hopkins slowed up, passes it off to Jackson, and now to Doucette, who draws the whistle on the infraction for the Indians. Waiting on the whistle to resume here. We cross the halfway mark of the third. 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. Weaving through, fighting for position. And Stang will get another reset here, courtesy of the whistle. Nice pass breaking from behind, and it's good. Oh, they set that up beautifully. Spartans pick up number 4. That's Ava Jackson who got the pass and spiked it home into the net. That was a great set there from The Spartans getting it to Jackson. That's one of those things, that's a designed play right there. That's stuff that you work on in practice. Oh, beautiful pass, a chance for the Indians to answer, and they do! McGee with her third. "17 seconds later, Lightning strikes again. And it's 11-4. So the Indians working on 2 hat tricks here, 1 more to go. If they can, well, actually I lied, excuse me, that's the 3rd hat trick. Sheesh, I forgot. Looking back at the sheet here. So 3 for Goldenson, 3 for McGee, and 3 for Haskell. Spartans trying to clear the zone here. Indians making it very difficult. Nice redirection right there by Azara. Hopkins threw it away. At least got it up the field, but big time speed for the Indians and a whistle. Pluff surprised to hear the whistle as Avery Smith getting the favorable call for Dartmouth. She takes it behind the goal. Got a player down far end of the field, and official timeout here stops the clock at 3:22. Our trainer heading out there, Kathleen Thornton. So an injury timeout here at Memorial Stadium. We'll reset here and back at it. Looked maybe worse than it is. Can't speak for the Indians player, but Dartmouth grabs another goal. Trying to see whose number that was. That was Haskell with her 4th goal, but the injured player trying to see, I think that was number 6 there, Goldenson. It looked like number 6 on the cart, but a little bit of ways from me. Tough to tell. But Haskell with her 4th. How about that? And that was indeed Goldenson who went down. But she got up, kind of jogged her way to the trainer's cart there. So maybe not as bad as it looked. She's being tended to right now. That goal coming at 8:51. And it's 12-4 here in the third. Dartmouth with 4 goals in this third quarter to Bishop Stang's 1. Open up an 8-point lead. And right back down the field again, looking for more. And Wednesday's final was 13-3. 10-point win for the Indians. That one was just down the road at Bishop Stang. Spin move, shot, bounces. Heard a whistle as well. And it looks like that's going to be against Dartmouth. As Bishop Stang will get to reset here, and Baptista looking for an open player. Good pass there, right up the seam to Azara. That's a serious cross-check right there. And a yellow card against Ganji. Not surprised. That was a little more egregious than the yellow card that Pluff drew in the first half. So Ganji will come out for the moment. 2:04 to play in this third quarter. Waiting on the restart here. Elizabeth Jones weaving through traffic. Still going. Down in the corner. Behind the goal now. Good job. Get the Spartans to the south end. Passing in front. Shot taken off the post. The miss from Hopkins. Dartmouth taking it back. High pass from Vincent to Haskell. Haskell passing right in front. It's good. Number 13. And number 4 of the day for McGee. What a beautiful pass. She was waiting down there. Gathered herself and took the shot. Quickly down the field. Less than a minute. Indians attacking again. Sarah Kelly with the ball. Looks right, looks left. Still with it, looking for room. Can she take a shot? No, runs into trouble. Backhands! And that's good. Sarah Kelly with her second. Had one way back in the first. And now the clock running with the deficit at 10. The goal came at 11:30 here in this third. And if the deficit stays at 10, going to be a quick fourth quarter. In fact, Stang taking their time to come to the circle and the emblem because they're going to let it just run out. Third quarter done here at the stadium. And Dartmouth scoring often here in the second half of the third. 4 goals in the final 5 minutes. And 6 total in the period. So a 2-minute break here, down to 1:40 and counting in between the third and the fourth in the regular season finale of girls lacrosse. Boys on the road today at Middleborough against the Sachems. And then they play the waiting game for tournament pairings and brackets. I'll be having our eyes on the MIAA. You know, I have to give them credit. They, the state association has been so much better utilizing their Facebook page. And, you know, they post a lot. They make sure everybody knows when brackets are out. They make sure everybody knows when the new power rankings are out. I mean, they are actively using it, finally, which is great because it makes it a lot easier. The only thing I'd say I wish we had, and I think Chad and I talked about it in the softball game we did, the Dartmouth softball game back in the end of April, was, got the power rankings, got the records kind of underway here, and seems like they've established a good workflow for accuracy. Now we need to figure out a way for coaches and athletic directors to upload game stats. That's one thing, doing college games as well at UMass. Man, it's amazing the data that's at your fingertips, but it just doesn't exist at the high school level. And so unless a coach tells you something, and it's not always on the forefront of their mind, but unless they tell you something pre-game, often you don't know about stuff that's going on. If it hadn't been Coach Galligan telling me that Plouffe was 2 goals from 100, we would not have known that it was a milestone within reach. Stuff like that. So, man, it would be quite an accomplishment and quite helpful for media to know, actual stats, game day stats and whatnot. So I'm hoping we get to that point. That would be great. Arbiter seems to be a pretty good platform. There's you can open up a tab for rosters. You can open up a tab for coaches. Let's create a tab for stats. That would be fantastic. Switch sides one last time. So Dartmouth going to be working the south end in terms of offensive attack. And Bishop Stang will work the north side of the field. The lead is 10 for the Indians. Make it 11. Goal scored by Kyla Martin for Dartmouth. And for Kyla, her second goal of the day. Again, running clock here. Goal coming within the first minute, approximately 45 seconds, 50 seconds. And it is 15-4. Shot is good. Fifth goal of the day for McGee. And she fought for this one. And a timeout. That will stop the clock. So 9:31 to play. 16-4, Dartmouth ahead. Dartmouth has scored the last 6 goals. And here's an interesting stat for you. You know, Dartmouth at 13-4 started the season rather slow, struggled out of the gate. First 5 games, the Indians were 1-4. They're on a 12-game winning streak right now, and it's going to be 13 when this one's done, heading into the tournament. So quite a turnaround. And Coach Seamus very proud of her girls. She said that to me, how resilient they were. They didn't get, discouraged and kind of down on themselves. You start 1-4. That's a tough start. That's not a good way to start the year. But talk about a turnaround. So they've rattled off 12 straight, and in position here for their 13th in a row to close out the regular season schedule. That's not too shabby. Well, timeout over, and the clock will start once play resumes here. Bit of a hold up here. Looks like they're changing out some of the pads for the Spartans goalie. There you go, right on your screen there. So that's why we're waiting here for a moment. Looks like we're good to go. There we go. All right, I think we're about ready here. Oh, boy. We have some fun, I'll tell you. The truck button is a lot of fun when you're broadcasting, especially when there's a long time out here. It's always fun talking to the guys. My goodness. All right, are we ready for some lacrosse here? An extended timeout if there ever was one. And the clock is rolling. Here we go. 9:30 and counting. Oh, that one came up and looked to hit Goldenson in the head. Kind of missed the stick. Haskell has the ball. Right side, now passing it out. Nice job to break that up. Deep pass to Pluff. Dartmouth on this 12-game winning streak has only scored less than 10 goals twice in those 12 games. That's quite an accomplishment and quite an indication of how dominant they have been. 8 goals 2 times. Once against Fairhaven and once against Tabor. Or excuse me, at Old Rochester played at Tabor, my bad. Other than that, they've scored more than 10 or more goals in 10 of these 12 wins. So not surprising to see another double-digit effort today. Shot. It's good. The Indians pouring it on here. I think that was Lauren Kelly, number 5. Let's see. Yes, it was. That's why they're celebrating. Another senior getting in on the goal barrage today, and it's her first goal of the day. She did not have one up until now. That goal coming at around the 5-minute, 5:30 mark as we hit the 7 minutes to go. I'm running out of room on my sheet here for goals. Goodness gracious. 7 total goals in the first, 4 in the second. That's 11. Another 7 in the third. That's 18 plus 3 more so far here in the fourth. 21 goals to this point between the two sides. Amazing. A lot of offense. Charging in, taking a shot. There's another. Let's see if they they're going to negate this. There was a whistle. So they're lining up here. There was a penalty. Goal will not count. Doesn't mean they won't get one here. They've done well off the break. Nice block there down low. Spartans with the stop. Haskell directing traffic as she restarts from behind the goal. Sarah Kelly with the ball, passing it, and that's going to count. It's 18-4. Hard to see who that was. Can't tell if that was Goldenson or if it was Martin. You see all the posters here for the 10 seniors. They're on the far set of bleachers, along with the 11 fans out there. Near side, pretty crowded. Well, if Martin scored that goal, it would have been her third. If McGee scored, it'd be her, let's see, her fourth. And not sure who that was. It was hard to tell on that angle. All right, and the face-off here at 4 minutes to go. Clock continuing to roll here as the regular season finale winding down. Makai Vincent with the pass, didn't take it herself, was looking to get some help down low. Spartans, good progress up the field and nice save right there. The ball was free and in the air for Johnson to pick. Another nice save from Johnson. That one a little easier. A bouncer. And Haskell has help in front of her. Good long-range pass. Ball comes loose, but lots of room. Brooke Adams. Excuse me, that was Callie Rose. My bad. 2 minutes to go. Shot is batted away. Still in play, though. And Rose able to scoop it up. Guarded tightly here by Peterson. And passes it off. Oh, got some space. Ball comes loose. That was Velasquez. And they draw the foul and the penalty. She's going to scoop it. You can hear the sideline Indians team cheering her on, trying to get another one of the seniors a goal today. Clock winding down to a minute. And Velasquez. Right at the top of the arc. Can she get it? She will! Goal number 19 of the day, and that should end the game with 40 seconds and counting. Ten seconds as they get to the circle and the emblem. I don't think they're going to end up restarting here. Doesn't appear it. No. 3, 2, and 1. That's game. Indians make it 13 straight to end the regular season. They sweep the Spartans in their rivalry series in back-to-back games and win big on senior night, 19-4 here at home. They await the brackets, both teams do, await the tournament pairings to come out next week for all the sports, in fact, not just, of course, lacrosse here. As we went over earlier in the broadcast, both schools should have good representation in the state tournament. Dartmouth baseball is in, softball is in, Stang's baseball and softball teams are in. Boys lacrosse is in for Dartmouth as well. So there will be more games this spring for both schools. Dartmouth finishes the season at 14-4, Stang at 7-12. Great to be with you folks here as we wrap up the regular season, hoping that schedules align. I know I'll have some games for Durfee in the tournament, but depending on what happens, maybe, just maybe, I'll see you again before spring and the school year comes to a close. And folks, remember on this Memorial Day, take a minute to think about those who have served and paid the ultimate sacrifice. It's not just about cookouts. It's about memorializing and keeping memories eternal for the fallen soldiers and fallen heroes of our country. So keep them in your mind throughout this weekend and enjoy a safe and happy holiday weekend. For our crew behind the scenes, it's been a great regular season. We turn our attention to the tournament next week. Stay tuned for updates on tournament pairings. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Good night.